Hi everybody, I'm Hazy Badfish and welcome to another episode from the PrimeCraft server. As you can see, we are out at the arena again today, and spoiler alert, Vidargavia's been a little bit busy. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. I don't know when that video is going to come out, but my guess is probably before this one does. So yeah, Vidargavia's been asking me for a while now when I'm going to get out here to do this, so here I am. Let's do it. So, the Ravine. It's going to be a bit challenging, maybe more so than any of the other areas out here, because we've got to kind of create a space, like a little starting area where they're both safe and have access to these other areas, while at the same time still being kind of balanced and protected. So I'm not entirely sure what exactly I'm going to be building right now, but I think a good way to start, I'm going to go ahead and grab my bed and my ender chest. Go ahead and get out some cobblestone because we need to mark some stuff out. So I'm thinking if we get under here, the first good step is probably figure out where is the actual starting area going to be. And I'm thinking it's probably not going to be as low because my plan is to kind of put the starting platform on a pillar kind of in the middle of the ravine. Now, something I should go ahead and tell you guys, if you remember me saying in a video a long time ago, I used to play World of Warcraft, so when he tells me he wants an orc ravine, I start thinking about Durotar, as someone who played Horde for a while. But also a little bit of Thousand Needles. So if you guys don't play World of Warcraft, that might not mean anything to you, but that is basically a zone that is a giant ravine with big pillars in the middle of it, and you know the bases and NPCs and stuff, they're all up at the top. So that's kind of what I'm going to be going for, and I don't know if I want to do it completely out of cobblestone. I'm just kind of, you know, making a little marking it off basically. All right, so if we kind of have a platform that comes to there, right, and then the edge of the ravine is obviously going to be up there. So you would have a walkway. You'd have to have like a walkway to get out, which is good. I think this height is pretty good. This is probably good to start with. So the next thing I want to do is get out my ender chest because I am already out of cobblestone. Alright, put that back. Pick it up so I don't leave it behind. And I want to kind of define the shape of the ravine. That's going to be pretty important. So, I heard a zombie, and I know there are monsters that spawn around here, so we'll have to keep an eye out, but I think I kind of want a slight bendy shape that just kind of comes across the front. So I'm thinking that if I maybe start, if I start it like here, and just kind of bring it out, maybe drag it around, just like in a random pattern. Alright, so I've got this vaguely outlined now, and it kind of goes up into these hills here, so I'm not sure how exactly we're going to make that all work, but then again, I'm just winging this whole project, to be honest with you. I got a few ideas, but nothing that I've done anything with yet. So the next thing we've got to figure out, I suppose, is how deep we want it. And the only way to do that is to start digging. So I think I will start over here and just kind of dig along these walls. Kind of like this. And then everywhere. Yeah, like that is better. Alright, yeah, and then just kind of I'm going to follow these along and dig this out, and we'll see how deep we end up. Once I got through the dirt, I put up a beacon, and that helped the digging quite a bit. So this is about as deep as we're going to go, and you can see, looking at the pillar in the middle, if you remember, these cobblestone were placed on top of the grass at ground level. So dug down quite a bit. That looks to be about 7, maybe 8 blocks. And yeah, that's probably about as deep as we're going to go. And you can see why. We broke into this cave over here. And I guess it's not that big a deal. I could go deeper if I needed to. But I don't think we're going to need to, because I'm also going to be extending these walls up to meet the bottom of the floor. So that's going to make it even deeper, and I think that'll give us all of that depth that we need. Sorry about that. Had a noisy neighbor driving by. So the next thing we're going to be doing, I suppose, is we'll go ahead and start putting the walls in. I don't know. This is all the clay I have, and I was like, yeah, I got a whole shulker box full. I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that it'll actually be fine. And I also just noticed that a majority of that is actually orange, when I really was hoping to get a majority to be just regular hardened clay. So hopefully that's not going to mess us up too badly. All right, let me get some clay dyed up, and then we'll figure this out. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm at the bottom of the ravine again. I've got some clay. I actually went out back to the mesa and harvested some more because I didn't think I was going to have enough. I might have enough now. This ring on the bottom takes 1 stack and 51 blocks to go all the way around, and we've got 14 more rings to go. So I think the best thing to do is come up with a basic pattern to start with, and I'm thinking something real basic just to kind of get going. Sorry if you can hear that. My neighbors are being really noisy today. I don't know what's going on with that. So, and then we'll come up here and maybe 3 as well. Let's just jump up here. So yeah, sorry about that. My neighbors were being real noisy, but they seem to have calmed down now. But yeah, something like this. And if I just do this all the way around, and then we'll get, you know, the basic shape and pattern, and then we can start coming in here and mixing it up. I'm worried that this is going to look... This isn't going to look right once I get this in place, but it'll be a start. So, I definitely am going to need to get a start and get moving. Alright guys, I'm back and all the walls are in place. It's actually the next day for me. MrTrend stopped by as soon as I got these all in, and he came out to see what I was doing. And it was kind of funny. He was up there and he was looking down and he was like, yeah, that's cool, man. Looks good. Kind of like he was you know, just trying to be nice, because yeah, it's not done. Like I said, this is just phase 1 complete, right? We've now, I'm sure you guys can see why he even said that. You're probably thinking the same thing. These lines are all just too straight. It doesn't look real, and we are going to fix that. We're going to fix that in 2 ways. I've got some stuff on me so I can show you kind of what I'm talking about. We are going to mess up these lines for 1, right? So we will, maybe, if I could do it right. Make sure I pick up all this stuff. So we'll come through, right, and we'll mess up the lines a little bit. We'll blend them together a bit more, maybe bring some a little bit higher up. And then we're also going to do stuff like adding just a whole other, you know, whatever, like outcropping of stuff here. And we'll mess with this a little bit. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but you know, stuff like this to make it look more like a real ravine. Of course, that is going to give us the problem of mob spawning up here, which we, you know, of course, like the cave that we built, we want this to be as mob proof as possible. So I've got the idea. We are just going to use some carpet, and I'm hoping, I mean, the brown will probably look okay, but the other colors might be too bright, so we'll just have to play with that and see how it looks. But yeah, I'm going to go through here and start messing up our lines. Yeah, there we go. See, now you can sort of see that it's starting to look a little bit better just by messing with that line a little bit, bringing it up in some places, bringing it down, and then we're just going to do that with the rest of these. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, although it is going to take a while because I'm going to have to pillar up just so I can reach these lines. But yeah, and I guess we'll try to kind of match the general shape of what's going on underneath, but maybe not too much. So just kind of bring it down here. Yep. Ugh. That clear lag thing might get me. I'm gonna have to make sure I pick up all this clay because I don't want to have to go back out to the mesa again if I don't have to. Okay, so all the lines have been messed up, and I think it looks pretty good. There's some areas that, like over here, I might mess with a little bit and smooth it out a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's pretty good. It looks a little more natural now. It's not all straight lines. They're not all uniform, and they follow vaguely the same shape, so I think that's pretty good. I did remove that pillar thing that I was working on over here because I was messing with the lines, and then I decided, well, I need to actually get the floor done probably before I start messing with pillars on the side. So we've got a bunch of red sand, and I think we're gonna start putting that into the floor by, for now, just removing one layer and then replacing it with sand. I do want to eventually mess with the levels in here, like put it at different heights, so maybe once we start working our way down that way, we'll get a little bit lower, or maybe I should put some stuff away, or maybe even do it the other way, because if you remember on that far side over there, we've got that cave, and I don't really want to mess with that cave, but again, it's already lit up and sealed off, so it's not, mobs aren't going to be a problem. I just don't know if I want to mess with it. So yeah, let me get some of this stone out and start getting some sand in, and I'll come back to you guys. It seems that Vidargavia is a little impatient. That's alright, we could probably use the help. I'm gonna sleep to make sure we don't die. Alright guys, so the sand is all in place now, and I went ahead and just stuck to this level for right now. I might adjust it later, but I actually think it'll probably be okay for the floor to be all at the same level. As you guys saw, Vidargavia was out here. He's actually up there somewhere. I can't see him right now, but he's doing stuff. But he came out here and he was just starting these little pillars just because I guess because he wanted to. But I'm kind of glad he did that, because I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to do it, and this is a pretty good way to start. I added these torches to remind myself to make sure I do the carpet thing to keep mobs from spawning up there. But I've got some stuff on me, so I wanted to kind of come around and maybe excuse me, and maybe work on some of these pillars. And I really like the way he started this. So whoops. So you basically just kind of walk it down, and you can kind of do whatever you want with these pillars, just to add a little bit of shape to it, right? That's all we're really trying to do. And I might make some of these even taller, like I would like to make some of them taller. So let's get up here. Let's do one more like that, and then we'll have these like this, and then we can come up like that. And how about we have it come down and probably drop down and sleep so that we don't die. Oh yeah, I actually had to run out and grab some more sand because I ran out. Get some food in my belly. Alright, and we can run back over here and maybe add, oh, I can't reach. One, come down like this, and maybe like that. So it's a much bigger one there, but yeah, I kind of like that. So we're just going to run around and add little spots, little pillars of outstanding clay like this, so that we just kind of break up the shape and add some more interest to it. Alright, so I got all these little pillars and outcroppings in place, and I think it's actually looking pretty good. Better than I was expecting it to. Oh, this is very strange. Oh, it's because I ran out of clay. There we go. Oh, I hear Vidargavia flying around. There he is. You saw him? So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm thinking I want to try to spawn-proof this place, and that of course is going to mean carpet. And I'm worried that our carpets are not going to match up very well. I'm pretty sure the brown will be okay. So if we put the brown one, yeah, see that looks just fine, I think. The red one though, if we could get it, you know, that's actually not too bad. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I wonder what it looks like from up there. Let me get a couple of these put in place, and then we'll check it out from up there and see if it looks terrible. Alright, so all the carpet's in place, and I actually think it looks alright, the red and the brown. The orange, however, sticks out a little bit, but I don't think it's bad enough to say we need to redo it. I think it's okay. It's a little bit brighter than I'd like, and speaking of that, I am sure this is going to look really weird when the server updates to 1.12. Yeah, right now we're still in 1.11.2 on the server. We're not even on any of the snapshots. So all of the wool, the carpets here, are the original colors. So they haven't been updated to the brighter, more lively colors yet. And once that happens, I imagine it's not going to look very good. But for right now, it's fine. So the next thing I need to do is kind of make a more permanent pillar here in the middle, because this looks terrible. I want to figure out a design. We'll probably end up using some clay again, although, you know, I am running a little bit low. I still have a whole bunch of orange clay, but all my other colors are running a bit low, so I'm going to need to figure out exactly how I want to do that. But I don't think it'll take too many pieces, so we'll build a pillar here in the middle with our starting platform, and I think we'll go ahead and remove all of this dirt as well. So let me get some materials, and I will start putting this together, and I will come back to you guys once I've made a little bit of progress. Okay, the pillar's in place, and I think it looks pretty good. You know, it's not just a straight up pillar, it kind of leans off. I actually moved the bottom over a few blocks and kind of made it lean over a little bit. It's still, you know, the top of it is in the same position, and it's actually a 4x4 at the top now, where it was a 3x3. I realized once I built it, I was like, man, this is actually, because the walkways and stuff are all too wide, so I should have made it a 4x4, and I was like, well, actually, it might look cool to have the top a little bit bigger than the bottom. And then, of course, I expanded the bottom out a bit. But, like, I guess the top looks kind of cool being a little bit bigger than the main body of the pillar itself. So that looks pretty good. Now, I'm about ready to start the walkways, but unfortunately, I don't think I have all the wood that I need. I'm running really low on wood here, so I need to go probably back to base and figure out or chop down a bunch of trees, and then I actually want to go ahead and get all of this stuff sorted out, and as you can see, that's becoming a bit of an issue. So I'm gonna get my shulker boxes sorted out here, and then I will head back to base, chop some trees, and then I will meet you guys back here. Alright, so I've moved the stuff up here to this walkway because I'm going to be working more up at the higher levels now. I need to get down here and let's grab, yep, got him. So I need to make a foundation because we're going to have a little structure out here, and it'll probably have a foundation of cobblestone. But we're not going to work on the structure just yet because right now we need to get our walkways in place, and I'm hoping that this isn't going to be too awkward. I might need to make this a little bit taller, but we'll see. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to use birch fences as kind of ropes for a... Oh man, you can't... You can't shift on a fence? Hold on. Pro. Alright, so can you really not shift on a fence? Oh, you can. I need to be above it. Alright. So here... and here. So these are going to be kind of like ropes, right? And we're going to need to adjust slightly, but it's going to be like a rope bridge. And oh, I forgot. I built the little cobblestone thing there so I can ender pearl back over easily. I need to grab some spruce slabs. All right. Oh, hello, endermite. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Alright, so I want to take these slabs and put them along like this. Kind of like every other one. And it'll be kind of like a rope bridge. And because of the way that fences work, how they're actually like 1.5 blocks tall or something like that, you don't actually drop while you're walking over the rope part, quote unquote. So I'm going to build this out a little bit. I probably need to remove this so I can see. Where's my axe? The chopper. Alright. So I'll probably build these out a little bit and get this in place, and then we'll take a look at it. So from down here, it doesn't look too bad, actually. And that, honestly doesn't matter because you're not meant to be down here at all. If you find yourself down here, you're gonna have a bad time because that little cobblestone pillar that I made is not sticking around. I just made that for me while I'm up here. And from up here, it also doesn't look that bad. We'll add some kind of handrails in here. But I better go sleep first. And after sleeping, I was taking a look and realized I forgot the 4th exit, so I went ahead and added that. And now I think instead of starting with the handrails right off, I want to go ahead and figure out this structure that is going to be here. So if I put a stair here, yep, that's upside down, very nice. Swing back around here, go like that, also upside down. Now we can get rid of this guy because I want this to be this whole size here. So whoops. Don't want that. Do I want this to be all cobble? I mean, that's what I planned on doing. That actually seems to be higher up than I need it to be. So I think what I'll do is remove this. And, I might as well just make it another upside down stair so that it all connects. Did it connect? Oh, geez, sun is going down already. Yeah, nice. Alright, so I'm going to sleep again and then finish out those corners. Alright, corners are good. Let's grab some cobblestone wall, and I think I want to make this 4 tall. So from down here, I want to put 3 more. Oops, can't do that. 2 and 3. Alright, okay. Now I want my spruce fence, and I think I have enough. That doesn't connect. I was hoping it would. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to record a clip. You're very noisy. Man. I spent a long time, you guys, lighting up areas under here, and then they just keep building over top of them and not lighting crap up. Anyways, so I've got the structure started, kinda. I've run out front in the chest for the storage of all the stuff for the arena, and there is some red nether brick, and unfortunately, very sad to discover, and I think I knew this already, but I just forgot, that these cannot be made into stairs or slabs. So we're just going to have to go with them as they are, and that's alright, because... Did I hear an endermite again? Those things are everywhere, man. I get them all the time. Watch, if I ever try to make an ender farm, an ender, I'm never going to get one. But, while I while I don't need them, they show up all the time. Yep, there he is. This will be like the 4th one I've killed, just working in this episode. Alright, so what we're going to do, since I can't really do stairs, is we'll do the same pattern that I would do with stairs, just with blocks. So hopefully this is looking alright. Put that there. Let's go check this out. Guess I don't need to ender pearl over it. Man. Thank you. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad. You know what I need to do is I need to go find... Do I have any bone blocks with me? I don't believe that I do. Aha! I do! Look at that. Sweet. Now I am going to need the ender pearl to get back over here. Okay. So what do we have here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what does that mean? Does that mean I can do like this? Sure doesn't. I must have miscounted. Alright. Those don't look very much like bone spikes, do they? Nah, it's because I have to go the two in the middle. You know, I think the problem is that they just don't look like spikes. They're like whole blocks. If they were like, if they were like end rods. I don't actually have any of those. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make them. Alright guys, it's been a little while since I last recorded a clip, but I've got all the rope bridges in place now. I've got the structure, it's pretty much done. Vidargavia has actually been by here, and he said he really likes the way it looks. He is actually online right now, along with Refiner's Fire, his wife, and they are out digging up more clay, because just as I was finishing this up, he was like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had more ravines? But yeah, I'm totally down to add. Basically, we're gonna extend this ravine out this way, and we are going to make another bridge across here. Although we'll have to talk about that, because I think he said for the ravine, like each of these walkways back to the starting area for the different teams is kind of really, it's a windy path, and you can't just stand here and shoot here. But he said he wanted to have another platform here, and another platform over there, and then a bridge in between, but that would have to be pretty straight. So maybe we'll talk about that once he gets back over here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the time I've got for this episode, and this is honestly all I was really planning on doing today anyways. So I'll probably do the rest of whatever we're going to do here off camera, and then just show you guys at the beginning of next episode. So until then, if you liked it, leave me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the ravine we made here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.